guys, it's Greg. In this video I would like to show you the Arena of Baradum. This is a prototype of the game that is going to be on Kickstarter in the future. So what is Arena? In here you are going to play as one of the 8 characters and asymmetrical characters for obviously glory by killing your opponents and collecting victory points. But the game can be played in 2 different ways. This basic one, as I told you, where you're going to collect victory points, and in this second, using the second module, where each of the players is playing as some kind of role, and those roles are hidden. If you are into those mechanics of hidden roles, I think this game can be interesting for you. So just check out the rest of this video where I am going to show you the components, the miniatures, and I will give you some overview of the rules. As I said, this is a prototype, so those minis are I guess not final, but they are already looking amazingly. But I need to point out that they were damaged in the transport, so I had to glue them a little bit, and one of them couldn't be glued, so I had to use some of putty, I think, to make the miniature stand and not sadly lie on a board. So this is it. If you are interested in this game, just check out the rest of this video. As you can see, game is set on a table. Now let me tell you a few things about the components that we have here. First of all, miniatures. As I said previously, this is a prototype. All components are not final, but miniatures are just amazing. It's not common to have great looking miniatures in a prototype, but these ones are really well done. So this is, I think, some kind of I think this is an Amazon warrior. Here we have some Minotaur. Unfortunately, because of transport, some of the minis were damaged. I've done my best to glue them together, but you know, it is what it is. But they look just really good. One was impossible to glue, so I needed to use a little bit of a putty, this is the word, to glue her to the base. But check the details. I mean, the details are really nice. Right, so those are heroes, maybe one more, some kind of ogre or troll. Those minis give me a little bit of Warcraft, maybe. I mean, those designs are very World of Warcraft like. So some miniatures. Each of the characters comes with a separate deck dedicated to the character, and those decks are asymmetrical. Next, what do we have here? A little bit of tokens, arena, and 2 dice and the tokens for health. Now let me show you cards of the heroes. So what we have on those cards, some stats. I mean, movement, health, attack and defense, and special character ability that can be played and used during the battle. So we have this Amazon warrior, as I told you. We have gnome engineer, orc, elven assassin, lion blade master, dwarven berserker, minotaur, and drunken master. Okay, and this is it. So few of those, I mean, all of them are completely asymmetrical. I don't know why I said few. Right, now what is the goal of the game? The goal of the game is simply to collect victory points. You're going to collect victory points by obviously killing your opponents or grabbing those orbs which are going to spawn on a map. The first one starts always in the middle, and then when it's taken by one of the players, it must be spawned on different number that you can see on arena. Those orbs are not always a victory point. Sometimes nothing happens. Sometimes it's attacked by snakes, and you need to protect yourself. The attack is 7. Or there can be a power-up that gives you boosts for your attacks or your defenses. And more of them. You always also can be stunned, more traps, and victory point. So it's not always a victory point. It's and you never know what is over there, and there is no chance to check or to see is it worth to go there or is it better to attack your opponents. And this is it. You're going to fight each other and collect victory points. Now, when you move around the arena, you obviously cannot stand on those lava hexes. The rest of the map can be used for your movement. Also, here we have those two numbers, twos with arrows. That shows you that you need to spend more movement points to enter this inner circle, which is in the middle of the map. Now let's go to the cards. So the decks are, as I said, asymmetrical, and in here we have a lot of different skills and abilities. I will tell you more right now about them. So first of all, we have those symbols over here, and those symbols tells you when you can use those cards. So when we have this arrow, this card is instant, so you can play it outside of your activation, outside of your action. You can play it during the activation of other player. The only condition is written in here, so if this condition is met, you can play this card, and there's no limit of playing those cards. Another one is with this symbol. This is special attack card, so this one allows you to attack an opponent with some modifier. And another one should be here with this muscle. This is just like a power up. When you play this card, you are going to get one of those tokens with the number, and you can use this token. It's up to you. If you can decide, do you want to use this token to defend yourself or to improve your attack? And I think we have also miss cards. So when you're attacked by simple attack, like not with card, just performing a simple action of attack, if you have miss card in your hand, you can always play it, and the attack of your opponent is just missed. This attack missed, and opponent cannot do anything about it. And how many cards you can have in your hand? 5. So there is a possibility that you're going to have the miss card in your hand, but that's not obvious. So that is not so obvious. Now the rest of the actions. So the actions are very simple. Move, attack. So this attack is the simple attack, not the attack made by a card. Draw a card to your hand, limit of 5, and play a card. And as I said, some of those cards are like for free, like those symbols with the arrow. This one is as a simple attack, and power up is just giving you more power to defend or attack. In your turn, you can perform 2 actions, and those actions cannot repeat. So you cannot perform 2 attacks one by one, those simple attacks. But you can perform simple attack with your just attack action, and then you can play a card that allows you to attack your opponent. This is this card with this symbol, and this also allows you to attack your opponent. So you can perform 2 attacks, but they must come with different sources, let's say, like from a simple action and from cards. And this is the base game. Yeah, maybe I will tell you also about how you perform the combat. So combat is very simple. You must attack opponent that is adjacent to your mini, so it's something like this. And now you need to compare your base stats. So if you're attacking with Amazon Warrior, your base stat is 2 attack. And for example, let's say it's this Minotaur. So let's find him. And the Minotaur is checking his defense. So his defense is also 2, so we have 2 versus 2, and now you can buff yourself with all those extra tokens that you have over here, or maybe by playing instant cards that maybe somehow will change the outcome of the battle. And then each of the players is rolling one of the dices. You're adding the number that you rolled on the dice to the number from your base stat that was somehow changed by the tokens or by the cards, and the player with the higher score is a winner, and the loser is going to lose 1 health point, so one of those hearts is taken from your player's from your character's card. And that's it. So the battle is very simple, and the game is in general very simple, because you're just going to run around, collect points, and attack each other. So the base game is very straightforward, maybe a little bit of a entry level game, like a gateway game. It's very, very simple, but there's also one extra cool add-on that I think allows the game to shine, and this is those cards. You can use this only with 4 or more players, because when you're playing with this add-on, each of the players is going to be some kind of each of the players gets some kind of role. So you can be an assassin, or assistant, or you can be a villain, or you can be a rogue, or a flag bearer, and we have 2 more villains, so I will put them aside. Now, and this is a little bit of a hidden role mechanic. So the one player that got flag bearer, this is the only character, this is the only role that needs to be revealed, and everyone knows who is playing as a flag bearer. And the goal of the flag bearer is to defeat all villains and the rogue. So you want to be only one last man standing on the board. But you also can have assistant, protect the flag bearer, defeat all villains and the rogue. So it's a little bit of help for flag bearer, but no one knows who is it, and you all obviously can pretend and lie for your friends. And you can also be a villain, defeat the flag bearer. So this is your goal. Kill the flag bearer, and finally there is a rogue. Stay in a game until the end. So the rogue wants to kill also everybody and be only one last character standing on the board. So those hidden roles spices up the game, and we had a lot of fun playing with those roles. The game felt completely different with the roles. So this base game without the roles is it's okay. It's fun, but for us it was like entry-level game that you can play with less advanced players. But when you add those roles, the game is something completely different, and you are not on playing on a board, you're also playing above the table, and this is one of the best mechanics we think are existing in the world of board games, because for us, games with this hidden role mechanic are one of the best, especially when it comes to those party games. But this is maybe not a party game, but it's still a very, very cool game using this mechanic. We also have, for example, The Thing. We played the games by Godot Games, where you also, I mean, all of the other games are using this mechanic, and all of them are loved by our friends who are playing with us. So this one is also a jackpot for us. So if you are into this mechanic, believe me, the game feels and works, I don't want to say better, but it's just something different than this basic version of the game, where you are just fighting each other for the points. So this is it. This is the Arena of Baradum. As I said, the base game is rather simple gateway game. I mean, there's a lot of nasty movements that you can perform, but in the end, when it comes to the mechanics and the rules of the game, that they're very simple. And for us, it was like a training before we played this version with roles, and this one was a blast for us and with us and our friends. So if you're into this mechanic of hidden roles, I encourage you to follow their webpage, and also check the description below, where we will share with you more information about the Arena of Baradum. So this is it. As I said, the game is going to be on crowdfunding platform. So at least follow their notification page when it's going to be launched. So this is it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in the next one.